friends, good morning. This is Karen from Pantry to Table. Let me adjust the camera here a little bit. Good morning. Hi, it's been a while since I've gotten a video out. I was on vacation, and then right after that I was in the hospital for a little bit, so I did have some delays. So anyhow, that's over. Today I wanted to talk to you a bit more about food preservation. Our whole From Pantry to Table concept is a lot about storing and preserving the food that you have. Now, I don't have the microphones on today, so hopefully you can hear me okay. I have been preserving food for quite some time now, and I've learned a lot over the years. I've spent a lot of money. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I wanted to share with you the results of what I have, so maybe it will help you to discern maybe what not to do or the best route to take. Obviously, do what's best for you. Anyhow, when we talk about preserving food, we've got canning, we've got freezing. Those are very popular. You've got dehydrating, and you've got freeze drying. And then there's some lesser known and not as much used techniques that I'm not going to go over today. Pardon me. Initially, I started with dehydrating food. I have at first I had one of the cheaper dehydrating models. I still have it, and I use it when I need to dehydrate stinky things like onions or garlic. Or meat. I do that outside. I put it on a little table right outside my door, and I still use that from time to time. However, indoors I will use the Excalibur. I have it, you can't see it, but it's right over here to the side, and it has 9 trays. And what's great is it will start and stop on its own. You know, you set it to start and stop. And you can also set the temperature, which is something that my other set didn't have. And I thought, well, I need to get good at this. So I ended up buying this Dehydrator Bible, the Dehydrator Companion. And I was using the guides in here. It'll tell you the time to dehydrate. It will tell you the temperature to dehydrate. I followed her on Facebook. I don't know how she's doing it, because I certainly didn't have the same results using the same equipment, but I can at least share with you some things I thought I did wrong. I want to share with you what the dehydrated food looks like now, before I toss it out. I want to share with you what freeze-dried food that I bought at like Target looks like. And I wanted to share with you what some other freeze-dried food that I buy looks like. I wish, now that I know more, that maybe I didn't take this route. And you'll soon see why. I had I dehydrated according to the Bible here, and did what it said to do for the time it said. If anything wasn't dry completely, you put it in for longer until everything's hard and crispy and crunchy. Number one, I find that it doesn't rehydrate well. I just don't like the texture, first of all. So that's one, but it's better to have some food ready, right? Dehydrated, preserved, that you can fall back on. So let me, I have this basket here of stuff that I've dehydrated. Initially I put it in jars, and at the time all we had were these oxygen absorbers. And when you open this up, you have to use them all up, or they're done in like 15 minutes. So I would put the food in a jar, put the oxygen absorber in, cap it off, and then that would seal. That obviously takes the oxygen out. I did try to do this with food saver bags. I tried to do this with Mylar bags. I did it with glass jars, which took up a lot of room. And finally, I just said, oh, the heck with it. Let me just put it in bags. I'll use it real quick. Well, that didn't happen. So anyway, this food that I've dehydrated, I'll be honest with you, some of it I can't even tell you what it is. It may actually be labeled, but it's not appealing. And so before I toss it out, I wanted to show you the difference. These here, this was cucumber. Yep, follow the instruction. This here is, it looks gross. This is shredded zucchini. There's no way I'm eating that. Other things that I have here. What is this? These are carrots. No way I'm eating that. This was all dehydrated in the Excalibur. This was yellow bell pepper. There's nothing yellow about it. Now, mind you, these are in Ziploc bags now. They don't have oxygen absorbers. The oxygen hasn't been taken out. And that was probably the downfall of this. I thought I would use it pretty quick. Well, that didn't happen. This is orange bell pepper. Nothing orange about it. And this was sweet red bell pepper. I can't recognize this stuff. These are shredded carrots. A little bit orange, but not much. And these, I was excited about this. I never used them, and I know I definitely won't now. These are radishes. And these are red, yellow, and orange peppers. They all look the same to me. That's not appealing. These, I'm going to keep these out. These are raspberries. I'm going to keep these out for sake of comparison. And then these are green beans. These all look utterly disgusting. And they're getting tossed. Actually, I'll probably put them in the compost bin so they at least go in there. So this was following the Dehydrator Bible, doing it the temperature it said, the time it said, processing it the way the book said, and it didn't keep. So it's very unappealing. There is no way anyone in my family is going to eat this. I know I wouldn't eat it myself. Food has to be visually appealing. So next thing I did was I went and bought, I went to Target and I bought freeze-dried food there. And let me grab some of that. Now, I don't have all of these to show you in other brands, but I have some of it. Okay, these are freeze-dried raspberries, and I pulled two. This one's been opened, and this one, whoops, has not been opened. So we're gonna see what that looks like. I have blueberries. Now, I don't have a dehydrated version of this. And then I have peach slices. And I don't have the freeze-dried version of this because they've been out of stock. And they're seasonal, and I don't have them yet. But let me show you. These are raspberries that I dried. Okay? Regular raspberries. They were nice, bright, red, and pretty. Let me pull them out of here. Look at that. They're dark. They're not red. They're not very appealing. This was dehydrated. So I'm going to set that on here and push that to the side there. Now, let me show you raspberries that I bought at Target. Now this one's been opened. So we're going to, for sake of comparison, we're going to show you both kinds. Okay, these are a little bit lighter. They were open. These are raspberries. So we'll put those down there. And let's try one that hasn't been opened. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and open this for you right now so you can see that it's been sealed. And we'll see how red these are. and the peeling. Okay, these are better. These are better. They're a little bit more red. I do know that these turned within a year or so. So I don't have the exact time, but let's put that down here. So this is store-bought 1.25 ounce or 35 grams. It's not very much, but this is store-bought from Target. So they do go bad pretty quickly. That's what I bought. And I wanted to share with you another brand. This is the Thrive Life brand. Let me take the absorber out. Look how bright and pretty and red these are. These have been open for a few months and they're still bright red and pretty. And I'm trying to get these to last until my next order because they're simply delicious. So I'll put that down on the plate here. I want you to see the difference. Okay, what you buy does matter. Let me do this. Let me move the camera down. So you can see the difference here. Okay, this was dehydrated, dark, ugly, doesn't look good. This is freeze-dried here. These, been open for a little bit. These are freeze-dried that were just opened. And these have been open for a few months. So hopefully you can see the color difference there. Dehydrated. Freeze-dried, open for a while. Freeze-dried, just open, still not as bright and pretty as these freeze-dried right here. Okay, this brand actually is the Thrive Life brand. So, I do want to say, let me back up here and adjust the camera. I spent a lot of money on the food dehydrator. It was in excess of $500. I spent a lot of time, more than 10 hours, dehydrating the stuff, and it didn't last. And we didn't use it. So I have hundreds of hours of food here that I've dehydrated that is simply not edible. Not edible at all. So keep that in mind when you're trying to make decisions as to what you're going to dehydrate, or if you're going to buy store-bought freeze-dried, say from like places like Target, or if maybe you want to try Thrive Life and have it delivered to your door with these nice canisters that keep it nice and fresh. And the freshness seals are right in here, and I like to keep them in here until I'm done with the product. So let's look at a few more. Because now I'm kind of interested. This is blueberries that I bought. Let's compare those to Thrive Life. I'm thinking there's not going to be much difference. And I'm having to open this up because it's sealed. All right. Don't look too bad. There. Here you go. This is the Target brand. I'm going to go ahead and set those on the plate here. And then I don't know how well you can see that. These are bigger, they're plumper. These have been open for a few months. These are the blueberries from Thrive Life. So those look reasonably similar. Let me see if the flavor comparison. That one's the one from Target. It's not bad. And this one is the one from Thrive Life. That is much sweeter. Definitely much sweeter. But the look is kind of the same. Let me see if I can tilt the camera. They're very similar. All right. So that's the Thrive Life blueberries and the raspberries. Let's put the package out front here. Let's take a look at, these are the peaches. I don't know what to do with this stuff now, guys. I don't even want to eat this stuff from Target anymore. I actually bought it for candy making. I made some raspberry gel chocolates and shared them with my mom. Okay, this is the peaches. Unfortunately, I don't have the peaches to show you from Thrive Life because they're out of stock right now because it's a seasonal item. They're crunchy. They're still good. Not bad. So, keep that in mind. I did have strawberries dehydrated. They turned brown, and I tossed them out a while ago. And these are the strawberries from Thrive Life. They're great to just snack on, just to munch on. I'm already running low on those. They'll be on my next order. Hope they're on the Black Friday sale. And then a favorite. These are also seasonal. These are the cherries. These are terribly addicting, so be careful. First put it in your mouth. Takes a moment to get the flavor. And then the flavor pops. Let me show you what these look like. Let me grab a few. These are the cherries. Now they are dark. I like to set it, actually this is what I do. I'll take my fruit, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, and cherries, and I'll put some in my cup here, right in the bottom, and I'll put in just a little bit of simple syrup and fill it up with water. And you have a berry fruit drink that is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I do it all the time. So those are the cherries for you. So if you're thinking about getting a food dehydrator, hopefully this video helps a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do with mine. I don't yet have a food saver. The freeze dryer from It's Harvest Right. I keep thinking about buying the Harvest Right, and while I was waiting to purchase that, I figured, why don't I just at least start stocking up on some Thrive Life, because there's things that they sell that I know that I wouldn't make, like the dairy stuff. I'm not going to spend time on that. I don't have enough time in a day. I really don't. I would probably work on meats and things like that. Thrive Life has several kinds of chicken, several kinds of beef. They have pork. And then they have, for more proteins, they have 2 kinds of beans. Black beans and pinto beans, I believe. I thought, well, I'd at least get these nice little cans. And when I do get my Harvest Right freeze dryer, I can help refill those. But at this point, with them being on sale, $2,500 and up, I can buy a lot of product from Thrive Life on sale for the same amount of money. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet. I'm still thinking about it. But for now, I at least have freeze-dried food, and it's good, it's healthy, the colors are bright and vibrant, and I don't feel bad eating it. Before I let you go, I wanted to share with you one of the ways that I did not have to seal jars when I first started this venture. There is this jar sealer. It's called the VP05. And you can use this for wide mouth jars or the smaller mouth jars. And what this does is this vacuum seals your jars. So it takes the air out of it so that you don't have to worry about using these oxygen absorbers, which I find to be a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. So I need the wide mouth. So I'm going to take this off and use the wide mouth. Just put your lid on, set that down, and press the button. Now it's going to take a little bit to seal this up. It takes about a minute or so, but it will absolutely seal this jar, take out all the air, and keep your contents fresh. In this one, I made up sausage gravy. So, oh, that's another meat that we have. We have sausage crumbles. So I used the sausage crumbles and I made sausage gravy. And I can do this in another video if you guys are interested to show you how to make this. But I have this ready to make biscuits and gravy. Obviously I make the biscuits separate. This is just the gravy part for a quick breakfast on the weekend. So I love biscuits and gravy. I don't know about you, but it's one of my favorite things. So again, this is the small mouth jar. So you put this on if you're using this for a small mouth. And right now I'm using the wide mouth, so I can seal this up. And this way it'll keep any bugs out of it, any dirt, germs, whatever. It will seal this up nice and tight. And this actually charges. You just plug it into the wall, and it charges. By plugging it into the wall, there's no batteries or anything that you have to deal with. So this is one of my favorite kitchen tools. So it's done. All you got to do is just pop that off, and your jar's sealed. So that's all I have for you today. If you have any questions, feel free to put them below, and I will answer them as I'm able to. Obviously, we're all learning as we go here. And I've learned, at least for me, dehydrating is not the best route for me. I like food to be bright. I like it to be looking nice. I like it to be fresh. And I like simple. So this is a great way to seal it up, to keep it simple, which wasn't available back when I did all that. Anyway, if you like my channel, feel free to subscribe. And we'll have more info and content out for you soon. Thanks for watching.
I was cooking when cooking wasn't cool.